Lesson 32. Well, Lucille, we have quite a bit to talk about here. This letter, which sounds like O, can have several different sounds depending on if it's on a stressed syllable or an unstressed syllable, right?
When this letter is stressed, it says its name. And Sergey, I'm going to have you pronounce this again for us.
Sure. And this is, again, one of the pure vowels. It's O.
So I know we struggled a little bit to explain how to pronounce that when it is stressed. So make sure you're listening to the recording and imitating. And then we have distinctions based on when it is in the syllable right before the stress or when it's in a different position. It can be 2 syllables before the stress or come after the stress. So if you read carefully through those 3 different situations, the placement of that letter in the word really affects how that is going to be pronounced. The word that we use as our example has 3 letter O's in it, and I'm going to have Sergey pronounce the word for milk.
Молоко.
So if you listen to it, you can really hear the stress on that last syllable. But if you listen carefully, Sergey, I'm going to ask you, I know it sounds weird, but to slow it down just a little bit, I want you to listen to the difference between the first and the second syllable as well.
Молоко. Молоко. So the first syllable is more like a ma. The second syllable sounds like a la, so it almost sounds like an ah sound. And then the third syllable, which has the stress, is the pure sound of the o. So it's ma, la, ko.
And yet again, I'll mention the fact that this is why it's so important to listen to the recordings so you can really hear these subtle differences, because a lot of this is difficult to describe with a written description. We can help you by writing about the sounds and describing them, but ultimately that only works if you also have a recording and you can listen carefully to the recording.